on, come on.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have to talk about the return of Punta Cana investing strategies. Are there still deals? That is the million-dollar question. That is the one that everybody wants to know around here and around the world. Well, there's still deals, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to have to stay tuned until either Thursday evening, that's right, a special live stream, or Friday night, 9-10 p.m. Don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to bring something to you. In fact, a couple of things that you guys might like, because once again, the big dog is here. We're about to bring some news and information to you, and welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Stop struggling now, gear. I don't have any tonight, so I can't even say it. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much, because I appreciate you being here. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you tell your friends, your family, everybody. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry to buy real estate. It doesn't matter where it is. You could be talking about Thailand, Vietnam, Costa Rica, Belize, Ecuador, and Spain and Greece. It does not matter, because the pre-construction world is booming. But where would you buy? Would you buy where there's cost of acquisition is low? What do I mean by that? When tourist numbers are rising, where you don't have to worry about getting additional people by cost. You get people because it's one of the hottest tourist destinations on the planet. I'm talking about Dominican Republic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here right now. I'm hiding out. I'm making contacts. And oh my, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it's not safe. SSN Nation takeover is still in effect. And we're putting together a team, ladies and gentlemen. And that team is going to be awesome. So stay tuned for that. More on Friday. But first, let me see who's in the house tonight. We have Laverne Penix here. He has that icon next to his name. Welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with that icon, which I humbly appreciate, because that means he pays and helps out financially, and that is great. We don't charge much around here for membership. But once again, if you're a member of the channel for 1 year or more, I need your t-shirt size, because at least I can give you one of those. And so therefore, hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. That is support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Everybody who just thinks it's about a t-shirt, I suggest you write it down as well, support@stopstrugglingnow.com, because once again, you're going to need that, because I have a lot to talk about tonight. And it's just not about Punta Cana investment strategies. There's still deals available, because there is. And Laverne Penix has brought his tagline. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. I received a notification and saw the trailer. In case you are confused why you cannot get into the chat room, that's because on Wednesday nights, one of the perks of membership is only members with the icon can be in the chat room. And that is awesome. And I want to say something else that's awesome. In this YouTube street, we have special individuals here. And because of that, this special individual is also known as Mr. Cool in this YouTube street. So once again, investors are here, business owners are here, and people that can help you are here. So that's why the chat room is valuable. You could ask questions and they will get answers, solutions, so we can help you make money. So I started off with no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, because that's what pre-construction real estate is. You put down 10 or 20%. And then over the course of 2 years or 2.5 or 3 years, however long it takes for the first phase to get delivered, that's when you actually have to get a loan or you got to pay cash. So I'll give you an example. You put down 10%, maybe it's 40% during the next 2 years, whatever that payment ends up being based on the price. And then you owe 50% on delivery of your condo, villa, or other business building. Either way, you either have to go get cash and pay off the remaining 50%, or you can go to the bank. Good news, the banks here are starting to act like banks in America. They will allow you to, shall I say, get a loan based on the appreciated price. So if I bought a condo for $100,000, it goes up to $150,000. Well, maybe 50% is only $50,000 that I owe. Now I can say, hey, can I get $120,000? Because that's 60%. Sorry, I'm off. I can say 60,000 because that's 60% of 100,000, but now the property is worth 150. So now I say, can I get 80,000 because I want to take 30,000 out and go buy another piece of property, go get a business? That is your options. That's how you're going to build wealth, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. No credit check, no barriers to entry. Now, in the end, you may need a little credit if you're going to finance, right? But it does help if you ask for 60% and the property is appraised at 150 versus 100, let's say. And that breaks out a whole nother example, because then you have $100,000 to play with roughly, but they'll only give you 60. So it doesn't matter. You'll get 90,000. But nonetheless, let's move on, because we have another superstar in the house. Victor Marrero is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday Night live stream with that icon I humbly appreciate as well. And he says his tagline tonight, hello all, let's do this. And that's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because let's get into real estate. First off, soon to be retired, about to have some fun, T-minus about 4 months. And here's the thing. How about 1 bedrooms? Now, inside Vista Cana, you guys know they're 120,000 now, right? But 120,000 inside Vista Cana, across the street from the second man-made beach. Now we start talking. Do you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? I know I did not stutter about this. You did hear me say across the street from the second man-made beach, right? Luxury is what they're claiming. I have a meeting tomorrow at 11. No. It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon at the Vista Cana Business Center. That's right. If you're in DR, that's where you can find me. And tomorrow it's going to be special. But let's talk about Victor Marrero, the soon-to-be retiree that has done everything proper like we have discussed here for the last 5 years. He was already ahead of the game. He bought pre-construction already. Not here in DR, but in another location, Orlando, making out like a bandit. He has real estate properties that he put to the test. He put under investment, long-term and short-term. So win-win. Now he has retired. Another check coming. Now he gets to travel all over the world like he's Mr. Worldwide. After this, he put in the work, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't take 5 years. It didn't take 10. It didn't take 15. It didn't take 20. It took longer than that. Sometimes you have to put in the work. You have to make your financial plan. And that's why return to Punta Cana investment strategies is what we're talking about tonight and more. Are the deals still there? Yes, they are. And I'm about to present them to you on Friday. It's going to be off the charts. Brian P., welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with that icon next to your name. I humbly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And he says, hello, Eric, with his tagline. Hope all is well with you. Hello, SSN family. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, another superstar. In fact, the whole house in the SSN Nation is full of superstars. Why? Because we talk about investing. And this man here is known as Mr. Dividend in these YouTube streets. Why do we call him that? Because the man said, I'm going to buy 1,000 shares of a stock. That stock gives us $1.50 every month. He says, I'm going to buy 500 to 1,000 of another share that gives out dividend money. So he's earning passive income while he sleeps, dividend style. Thus, Mr. Dividend in this YouTube street, a ardent investor and news inquirer, gets information and procures it to make sure that he knows what he's doing financially with his money, making his money work for him so he can do this comfortably. So once again, Brian P., let's go over the tagline. Game is over for me. I'm at zero. Had to cash out. Family thing. Well, cash out, no problem. Cashing out is a good thing sometimes. Family thing, sad to hear. Thank you, Eric and Victor and the family. Damn, I'm sorry to hear this because you were rolling every month. Money's coming in. And unfortunately, I don't see how it wasn't able to sustain because you were having thousands per month rolling in from your investment. But it's okay. We understand. Thank you, Eric, for this channel. Thank you, Brian P., for being here and supporting the channel, giving that investment knowledge over the years. And I humbly appreciate that as well, because, again, people here watching the replays, they have gained a world of knowledge and information because of you sharing your journey with us. So I appreciate that. Don't go nowhere. Regardless, man, you got to stay on top. Right here in the SSN Nation, Paul Castillo, another investor, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with that icon next to his name. And I appreciate it. Once again, he brings his tagline. Hello, SSN family. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's do this. That's what I'm saying. That's what we do here. In fact, you know what about let's do this? We do the walk. We do the talk. We actually show up in Punta Cana with the Investors Forum. That's right. In case you want to come learn a lot, not from just me, you're going to talk to the lawyers. You're going to hear what they have to say. You're going to go around and talk to brokers and talk to developers. You're going to see what they say. You're going to go see the lay of the land. Unbeknownst to them, you're showing up with us. We're not taking you to one of these little fancy things where they tell you to come over to this seminar and then they take you to these hand-picked properties and show them and then say, hey, why don't you buy these? No. We're taking you out to the area so you can determine what you want to buy. We're not going to tell you what to buy. You get to go get the lay of the land. You want to go out and find out how far is Macau from downtown Punta Cana, if that matters. How far is Michi's? We're not going to Michi's because that's like 45 minutes to an hour out. So that's not going to happen. But at least you'll get an idea when somebody says, I want to get something at the Hard Rock property. You'll know how far it is. I want to get something at Macau. You'll know how far it is. I'm going to get something over in Vista Cana. You're going to know how far. You're going to know what downtown looks like. That's why we're going around, not to say buy here. We're just going around so you get the lay of the land. That's more valuable than you will know, because then you can tell people when they tell you, oh, I have something in Verone. You're going to be like, where in Verone? I know what you're talking about, so tell me where. It's not good enough to be in Verone because we went there. There's certain things. I don't want to be over in Verone. Exactly where. So therefore, That's why we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. May 13th, 14th, 15th. Get your tickets now. They're $249. That doesn't include airfare, doesn't include hotel. That includes, we have transportation, right? Got to have a little food and drink as well, right? That includes that cost. There's no benefits for me other than I'm here having fun with people here in the SSN Nation. And we're going to have a blast nonetheless. And if you come to the Punta Cana Music Festival, sponsored by SSN Lifestyle, then for $1 more, if you buy a ticket for the Punta Cana Music Festival for $1 more, you can come hang out and learn at the Punta Cana Investors Forum. Because hell, if you want immigration, if you want residency, if you want investment residency, if you want to learn about laws, then you should be there with the lawyers because they do charge. But because you're with me and the rest of the SSN Nation, they're kindly going to discuss things that they usually charge about. And is there a time limit? No. All questions will get in. So this one's a little bit bigger than the last one. I can tell you that already. So don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Get on board. Go over to ssnlifestyle.com. That's all I can tell you. Go check it out. Paul Castillo, another investor, is here, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, another superstar investor. He's done pre-construction as well in Dominican Republic, in the Punta Cana area. Some of the top dogs, if they build them, we'll find out. Victor Morero says that Brian P., hope everything is okay. You sold everything. You can always get it going again. Exactly. Exactly, man. It's never over until the fat lady sings, but things happen in life. This is the thing with life. Even when you think you're sleeping like a baby, all of a sudden you get a wake-up call. You're like, tap, tap. This is life, young man or young woman. You're going to have to endure something. And this is what I always try to instill in everybody. Just because you have billions and billions and millions of dollars does not mean everything is okay. There is a balance between money and life. Life doesn't care about how much money you have. That always comes up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Victor and Eric. You're welcome, man. Don't leave us. Don't go nowhere. You still have a rising tide here in the SSN Nation. Any help that we can provide, you know my email address. Hit me up, man. We always have solutions. Even on your darkest day, there's a solution. I guarantee it. Paul Castillo, Eric, did you see Larimar COL projects in the news? No, I did not go up there. I cannot make it. And you know what? Funny thing, I've been having way too many meetings. I can't get sleep. I can't put out any videos. I can't do anything. It's crazy. And I got the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival on a disarray of sorts because we've had to move the venue to Batu. We still are negotiating the damn contract. I got to sign tomorrow, but it's all this stuff. It just won't stop. But hell, it's going to lead to bigger and better things. Because if you come to the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival at Batu at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on May 16th, we're going to be talking about some projects. Open forum. And I know now Vivantia Homes, they're bringing their reps to talk. They're the ones with Oasis Lake, Oasis Park. That's right. Boutique Oasis Bay. You heard me correctly. You're going to have opportunity for a little middle to upscale property. And you're probably going to have something else coming up that's going to be inside Vista Cana. Now, unfortunately, they sent over their contract today. And once again, the contracts are full of what happens if materials increase in price. They all are using the same playbook. Materials are going to go up there, right? What can you do, ladies and gentlemen, about that? What you do is you get an attorney, such as Johan Confidante or Glemmy Hache Cuevas and Associates. Both are my attorneys because when you get a contract, you want it altered and it's worth the 1% fee. they also close your property for you as well. So that's what you're getting for the 1%. They're checking out, negotiating for your contract. We don't want open contract. We want a cap if we can get it. You say, hey, 5% more. Okay. You may say 10% more. You may agree. But this 20, 25% more stuff, you want a cap. That's all I can tell you. Some will turn around and say, you know what, if you could put a cap on there and you say, I can charge you up to 10%. Well, I'm going to charge you up to 10%. I said, so you're telling me you're unethical by even suggesting such a thing. But anyhow, that's another day, another story. Tonight, we have much to talk about. And no, I did not go up to Larimar. No, I did not go up to Cruise on Land Project. But you know what? You know what? Now that you mention this, man, I'm going to have to go up there, right? I got to be at Vista Cana Business Center at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And oh, man, it's going to be off the charts. Why? Because I am going to be talking with the company, and I may be a broker underneath them. And I already, if we can sign a contract that's, well, I like simple one where I'm a free agent, that's all I care about. I'll take the higher commissions and all that. I will also have assistant on standby. So once again, the best of both worlds. I can be on here talking anywhere in the world, and you say I'm going to Vista or going to Punta Cana. I have the assistant. I have the person right for you that you're going to be in contact with when you touch the ground, take you around, handle biz on behalf of SSN Nation, SSN Lifestyle, SRL. You're damn right. We're taking over the island one way or another, one step at a time. And we also have team members incoming. That's right. I have to make that deal also tomorrow. Team members incoming. So now I did not get that contract that I wanted for my projects that we've been talking about for the last 3-4 months. A lot of guys out here have been talking big, but they don't deliver. So therefore, I'm in limbo. So I say, no worries, I'm out of retirement. So now, if I don't get the funding, I will create the funding and I will do it without you. I like that better because I control everything. I'm just a freak like that. So once again, we're going to have a nice journey over the next year or two. So stand by, because I just got offered something else. And let's just say it's a bit optimistic. Somebody started saying, that's why I'm late actually, about 20 minutes ago. Hey, I actually have a team that I have together, and we're thinking about putting 700 apartments on 100 acres. I don't think that's possible because you're not going to allow that density. I do not believe. But I was like, pre-sale, doing this, need this. I said, oh, you're talking my language. And team, you're talking my language. And your cost of acquisition is because you actually own a business on the island, but it's not related to real estate, but yet people are still coming there. Visitors from all over the world where we might say, I'm interested in real estate. So you have automatic business without even trying. That I love. So I'm going to secure that person as part of the SSN Nation team as well. Now, that's already going to happen. I already know, because we had a conversation for about 20 minutes. And that's why I was late, because I was like, hold on a second. I'm going to have to be late tonight, because this is millions of dollars that we're talking about here. She doesn't know that, but that's what it is when she started talking to me. It's going to be awesome. So Larimar, Cruise on Land. Let me get back to Paul Castillo. Paul Castillo, here's what I want to ask you. What do you think is happening, or anybody else? What do you guys think is happening at Larimar and Cruise on Land right now? What do you think's happening? That's what I want to know, because I haven't been up there, but I can tell you right now. First of all, Cruise on Land, they haven't even done updates. Neither has Larimar. So what does that indicate to me? Well, that indicates to me that they're probably putting in roads, pulling up the jungle, nothing else. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to see up there. I don't even know why I'm going to go up there, but let's just say I'm going up there. Maybe I might as well take a ride up there tomorrow. Why not? We'll go up there tomorrow. Go see what it looks like. There's nothing new to report. Same old game. Larimar, I can tell you for a fact, well, as of 5 days ago, all I know is they're clearing land, building the road so it's level so they can go, because you have to come in almost, I would say, from the highway to where Larimar is. It's probably, I don't even know, it's probably half a kilometer, something like that. And it was on just land, and it rolling kind of land. So there's dips. So they had to get that all straight because they're going to have tons of dirt coming in and things like that. But there's no building. All right. I can tell you that right now. There's no building. So we're looking at 1 year. This is May, June, July, August, September, 5, 3 more months is 8. That's 12 months and 8's 20 months. Is that right? 20 months till the end of 2025. A year and a half is there. So they're going to build 2 or 3, 16, 17-story towers of, come on. I've been to the Larimar offices. I still didn't drink any Kool-Aid. I've been downstairs with Gennaro. They're still spewing the same Kool-Aid. I don't believe it. They keep saying, we'll show you. I'm like, so far you haven't. Good talk, though. Call me when you're laying foundation, because right here, they're talking crazy that you're going to be building basically a floor a month kind of thing. And even then you won't make it because you're going 17 floors high. The numbers don't add up. Now you're going to tell me you're doing 2 floors a month in all towers. I'm just like, I don't see how you guys can do this. Cruise on Land's in no better shape. They're just like everybody else. They're building 6 or 7 floors high. And once again, the only saving grace for Cruise on Land is that they only have 2 buildings. I don't know what happened, because I could have sworn their first phase was more than just 2 buildings, but that's what they said. They're probably right. But they only have 2 7-story high buildings. Now, they're probably going to they were supposed to have something else done, but at least 2 7-story high buildings in a year and 5 months. That hasn't happened either, by the way. And the fact that they took a year and a half to build a center that only has 2 models and basically an open business center, and 1 floor. How do you do this in a year and a half? And you expect me to believe you're going to build 7 floors in less than a year and a half? I mean, I just don't get what these guys are smoking out there. Or now I can say out here, because there's nobody doing that. This is crazy. But they're like, la-di-da-di-da, no problem. So yeah, the only thing that's going to be interesting is what's out at Cruise on Land. But I pretty much know they're in the same boat as Larimar, probably. Laverne Penix, nothing. Exactly. He's got it right. I think nothing. Exactly. I think we're going to be in the same boat. Same boat. It's crazy. Here goes Marlon Jordan. Welcome to the SSN Nation. Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with that icon next to his name. And he's another superstar in the house. Larimar probably don't have the permit. Well, see, therein lies the situation at hand, right? Why would you have delays? First of all, if you can't build on a project, number one, everybody says, just like Marlon Jordan would say, you don't have the permit. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. The other thing is, it could be other things. That's the problem. Because remember, they have like property that's 600 and some odd acres that were owned by different people, different families. Not one person owned all of it. So that could mean anything. It could be one of the other parcels isn't done. It could be anything. That's the problem with these big swaths of land, and they're separated. They weren't just one 650 or acre approximately parcel. So therefore, you're going to have delays, and it could be permits. It could be the family decided to back out. It could be a bunch of things. I mean, it could be anything. So there's no way to guess, but we do know by not building generally means there's an issue of some sort. That is unmistakable, right? Just like right now, it was very interesting. Oceana, about 4 or 5 days ago, had like, I don't know, maybe 100 people working there. I mean, things went up pretty fast. And all of a sudden today and yesterday, you go by, nobody's there. Literally. No workers. Oh, okay. 10 workers, maybe. That's it. So I'm like, what happened? Where did all these people go? Well, it's a Noval property. All these people might have had to go to La Reserva or wherever else they're behind by 4 or 5 years. I don't get it. I really, really don't. But it could be anything. But yeah, permits could be one of them. Quite frankly. All right. Paul Castillo, Eric, they have been clearing land forever now and nothing else. It's time to get a little nervous if it continues like this. Paul Castillo. Yeah, you're right. I'm a little nervous. But first of all, there's something that some people have. Did anybody know that if they bought at Larimar, that there's an insurance policy that they get their money back if this thing doesn't happen? Does anybody know this? Because in first phase, you don't have this. First phase, you don't have it. It's like, and that has to be cleared up because I was told that you actually had to buy the insurance, maybe because I'm in first phase. But from what I understand, the guys upstairs at Larimar said no. And I said, no. First phase doesn't, and I got a gray area answer. I don't know, but I was like, what are you talking about? What phase? Paradise? Breeze Towers? I don't know. So I'm going to go back up to the office because it's going to be very, very interesting. All right, here we go. Paul Castillo. No, cruise on land first phase is 4 buildings. I got a unit on building number 4. No. They've changed things. It's first 2 buildings is what they're claiming. So if you think it's 4 buildings, I do too, because that's what I said. I could have sworn it wasn't just the first 2 buildings. We'll find out. If I go there, we'll talk. All right. So I'm going to go there because you've asked about it, but I don't want to say what really is. Pictures and all that is not allowed. I'm just telling you right now, not allowed. That's the situation. That's why you're not seeing any update pictures. Cruise on land, I don't know about them. Larimar, they're not showing anything. All I'm saying. So I'm going to go find out. George's Charles is in the house. Another superstar investor is here with that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday Night live stream. And he says his tagline, and it starts like, hey, good people, what's this insurance policy? George's Charles. Yeah, what the F, right? That's BS, right? I know. You ain't got to tell me. No, we've always had some insurance policy. It's just that when we're in first phase, there was no insurance policy. This insurance thing, I don't understand it because it makes no sense. That's why the BS part to me is like BS, because what are you insuring? I gave you money. You're holding it. You're not building other than doing whatever you're doing. And so you're supposed to deliver. Nobody wants to collect money from an insurance company. They want the building. So I don't understand it. And like I said, the guys upstairs said it's included. And I said, hold on. They said it wasn't included on first phase. And they said that I had to buy it. They said, no, you don't have to buy it. So I'm like, are you sure? They're Larimar. They're like, I'm sure. And I was like, but I'm in first phase. I had to buy it, I believe. And that's when the gray area stuff started. Like, maybe, like, okay, man. Okay. I don't know what it is. The problem about these projects is they don't tell you any real news and what's delaying the projects. There's no communication whatsoever, which is frustrating. Paul Castillo, see this, what you're talking about right now? Here's the thing. Here's how business works, actually. So, first of all, pre-construction in the DR has been out hot for about 7 years. All right. A lot of people know it because of 2020 COVID. People were home, and then 2021, right? So what people do not understand about business is what happens if you have between, let's say, 2017 and 2020, you have 50,000 buyers. Those 50,000 buyers, not all of them, but let's just say 5% of them bought 2 or 3 other properties. Okay, they are now no longer a potential customer. So now let's say you bought something in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. And now they were supposed to be delivered. The first one was 2017, 2018 by 2020. And now those customers are sitting here like Paul Castillo, like myself, like Georges Charles, like Mr. Cool. And we're sitting here saying, what's going on with the properties? Now, first of all, the people who have already bought are now hesitant to buy again now. And the people who haven't bought are sitting there listening to people like us saying, hey, what's going on? We don't know. They're past due. They're 2 years over from when they said they're going to be delivered. Oh, this 25% price increases. All of this stuff is coming out because these guys have hundreds of thousands of customers who have been waiting for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And now, sooner or later, the growth curve for pre-construction is going to start coming down because all the buyers have bought. All the people who are looking are now hearing these conflicting things, the greatest projects in the world. But yet I keep hearing people saying not delivered. I've been waiting 2 years past delivery date, 4 years, 5 years. They have the information online. Remember the internet, fellas? Here in the DR, you developers, like you guys can just do stuff reckless abandon forever. No, it's going to catch up with you. It's caught up with you. Things have slowed down to where now you're going to have to do cost of acquisition is going to rise because now you have hundreds of thousands of customers who have friends, family, coworkers saying, hey, what happened to that property that you were buying 3 years ago? Yeah, how's it going? Oh, it hasn't been delivered. No, wait, you told us 3 years ago about this. You still haven't. What are you saying? They'd be like, well, it hasn't been delivered yet. They haven't even finished this phase right now. So we're still not going to have it delivered for another year. So there is the coworker space. There's the friends and family space. And those permeate. And an investor finds out about all this. Now, all of a sudden, they're feeling like hesitant. And that's going to reduce your customers. What's wrong with you guys up here in the DR? If you can't deliver, you should have just said 5 years. And then people would have said, okay, well, I'm not going to invest. But instead, you took the money and then now you're bitching because I'm talking about it because you guys effed up. Come clean. Mea culpa. You effed up. What are you going to do for the customer? Tell them so sad, too bad, or you're going to compensate them somehow? Because a real business would compensate people. I'm just saying, don't let me get off now. Don't let me get off on this. And by the way, I got to tell you guys something because somebody might be watching this right now. Can you believe some people called my man, Johan Confidante, my attorney, and whined like little people that said he's talking bad about the DR? Man, what's going on? Are you serious out here, you clowns? Seriously? Like little ass to my attorney, who has nothing to do with me other than he's my attorney. Why don't you call me up? I ain't hard to find. I'm here in the DR. I will see you and still talk the same shit because you need to perform. And you're not performing, so you're going to whine? How about perform first, talk shit after you perform, instead of do nothing and whine about it? Come on. What kind of nonsense is this? Oh, he's talking bad about us because we're not delivering. We're taking people's money. And, well, we just holding it for 5 years. Little punk ass bitches. Don't let me get started. I ain't even hard to find. All right, Brian P. Hey, Eric. Spend, earn, invest, retire. Vanguard sells all solo 401 accounts to a census. Oh, my God. The reason why I'm laughing, I made the video on Monday. I told you it's going to be danger ahead, citizens. Y'all are not believing me. I understand. I get it. Here we go. There's changes a coming. I cannot believe what you're telling me right now. Vanguard sells all solo 401 accounts to a census. That must have been a pretty penny. I mean, I'm just like shocked by this, but not really. I was telling you guys, you better protect your assets. Protect your assets, because the big boys are going to be making moves, shifting assets. And as long as you don't control them, this is what's going to happen. You're now with the census. And believe me, a census is going to say, thank you very much. We appreciate the hundreds of, it's probably hundreds of millions. I'd be willing to bet you. Great job there, Brian P. Thanks for that news, because we were just talking about this on Monday. At Paul Castillo, don't get nervous. The same thing was happening to me, but then all of a sudden I started seeing a lot of movement. At least Cana Rock posts videos on YouTube to update you. Yes, Victor Marrero has been one of the very patient ones, I have to admit. But again, 5 years, 6 years of patience. A lot of people aren't going to wait their money locked up for 4 or 5 years. That's not a thing. When you told me 2.5 years was when it was going to be done, or 2 years it's going to be done, and now we're on year 4, year 5. What kind of crazy is this to think people are supposed to be like, oh, I'm good? No, what they're thinking is, damn, all-time stock market high on the stock exchange. I could have had my 100, 200,000, 300,000 sitting over there, and even if it earned 15%, that's still better than this. And by the way, are the deals still here? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, but the deals are higher. So a 1-bedroom for $99,000, a 1-bedroom condo for $79,000, those are gone pretty much. 1-bedroom for $120,000, that's about where you're at, 120 to 130 on the low side. Now, Oasis Lake is going to be like 180 for a 1-bedroom. 1-bedroom. They don't even have 2 bedrooms. Hell, if you get that penthouse type unit, loft, I call it the loft, but 2-floor unit, which is the penthouse 1-bedroom, that's going to be like 200,000 in downtown. But the reason why is because they're actually making an adventure park on site. And for $800 annually, you'll be able to go use all of the park facilities. The buggy rides, the lake, the other lake too. There's like 3 lakes on property that you can use for different things going on in each one. And you got Moroka, the nightclub is there. And I don't think you get in there, but they started sounding like you get in there too. But you're only going to limit it to 1 or 2 people. All right. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, Victor Marrero, he says don't get nervous, but everyone should be. That is cost of, you're losing money. So let me put it to you another way. Because here's the rationale that they always come up with. They'll say, hey, look, you bought it for $150,000. And even though we've taken 5 years to build it, your property is now worth $250,000 to $300,000. That's the rationale. Okay. But here's the SSN Nation, my rationale. So let me get this straight. I gave you half of the money or more, some cases is 60% or 70%. And you think you're doing me a favor because on paper, the thing went up to whatever magic number you want. Because obviously, since you haven't delivered a title, there is no appraisal. But okay, you got a magic number. I understand you're selling your property for that amount, so it's got to be that number. But see, here's the problem. I say I'm missing $50,000 to $70,000 a year because I can't rent it out. So I'm like, so what if my property is $1 million? I want my $50,000 to $70,000 annually. So I don't see where there's a trade-off here. In fact, we got to start talking about some sort of compensation that I'm missing out on. Because I paid my money, you haven't delivered. That's the way I look at it. So see, there's two sides of a coin, but if I'm paying, I should get more than you messing up. So that's the way I look at it. I'm losing $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 annually because of your F up. So that ain't worth no damn. I don't care if my thing went up 5 times the value. It's on paper. It's thin air. I don't get to just go sleep at night because I'm missing $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 annually. So unless you're going to compensate me $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 annually, the property would have went up anyhow. It ain't like you did anything special. All you had to do was build the damn thing. It was going to go up anyhow, with or without you. It does not matter. That's how real estate works. And quite frankly, after I get my $40,000 to $50,000 annually, I've increased the value of the property anyhow, without you. So once again, that's all I'm saying. So everybody has their point of views, but we're missing out on money every month. Every month it's not delivered to you is money not in your pocket. And the value that you're getting is the same reason why you talk about reverse liabilities. When you buy a house, which is a liability, you buy a house, let's just say $500,000. Let's say it's 7%. So what does that mean? $3,500 a month, and throw in everything else. You're going to be paying around $4,100 or something a month, right? So you're paying $4,100 a month for 30 years. If you did that, right? But here's the thing, 40,000 times 360 is over $1.2 million or $1.4 million. So when you reverse it and you change it into the liability factor, because it's not an asset, because you're working for it. Unless you have passive income paying for it, it's still a liability because you always have to pay for the house, taxes, energy, everything. But the point I'm trying to make is it's reversed. You paying $4,000 a month, ending up paying 1.2 for a 30-year mortgage. You think that's a win? The house went up to 1.2. You claim, hey, I only paid 500. No, you paid 1.2. It's the same thing. So in reverse, from an investor standpoint, I don't want to hear that my property went up to $750,000 when I could have been collecting $70,000 a year, $60,000 a year in profits. Who cares what the value of the house is at that point? We don't care. We're not selling. So why are we even talking about how much it's worth? All right, you guys know the story. Brian P. Hey, Eric, Russian court ordered seizure of JP Morgan Chase funds and VTB lawsuit. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a problem. This is why the gangsters keep their money close to the chest, in their duffel bag of cash, in that safe. That's where they keep their money. A lot of people have to keep them in funds. Yes, this is true, even the rich. But I told you, danger is ahead for citizens. This is no shocker, Brian P. I'm telling you guys, you're going to have to protect your assets. That's what we talked about on Monday. So good timing with this as well. This is crazy. This is crazy what's happening. Hey, Eric, in your emails, yes, I've been checking my emails. In fact, I got to talk about something tonight. Punta, Cana investing strategies. Let's get into it. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. You got A developer saying 20% down. Ladies and gentlemen, those contracts are all negotiable because why? It's thin air. Does it really matter how much you put down? Seriously. Does it really matter how much you pay per month? Seriously, because nothing really matters until delivery. They've got your money. They know they're not going to deliver on the day that they said. If they say 26 months, it won't be delivered. If they say 30 months, it won't be delivered. In fact, I challenge any developer. You can come on my show anytime. Show me your track record where you deliver on time. Please. Please, anybody. Come on. Any one of you. Challenge. So that's the problem to me. But sometimes if you pick a small project, they get kind of close only because they're not doing crazy. They don't have multiple man-made beaches. They don't have some grandiose plan, you know, simple pool, fitness center, call it a day. That's a simple project. But do you want to buy into a simple project? I don't know. The first simple project we're going to find out about is Central Park, downtown. 2 pools, 2 fitness centers, call it a day. They're just downtown. REA, downtown. Casa, downtown. Pool, fitness, done. What's the value? Well, the value is going to rise because they're going to build downtown into a mega center. So buying now, buying 2 years ago, buying 4 years ago is a good thing. You're going to get your money back, but when? That's the question. At Paul Castillo, you may want to visit in person. All these projects operate like that. They typically didn't send you updates directly unless you asked them. An official email from them would be great. Victor Morel, Cana Rock's a little different. So here's what's generally happening. So nobody, like for instance, Larimar, there's no email or way. They have a customer service department, by the way, but it's not really, who would know? It's not like they say call 1-800-Larimar. They don't let you know they have a customer service department. Isn't designed for you. They're designed to market to people and get people to buy more units. That's all that is. And so just like when we had the situation with the wave, with Mr. and Mrs. Cool's property, they sent some sort of email talking crazy. It's going to be another year later, and then the price has to go up, and the first phase is not going to be delivered until then. The second phase is going to be delivered another 2-3 years later. And even then, they sent one clip that moves around so much. They're trying to make you not even pay attention, acting like they did something. And we all know by looking at the clip, they won't even be finished after their rewrite at the end of this year. They won't be finished. They're still building. They were only on the 2nd floor. I mean, come on. This is craziness out here. Craziness. Hey, Eric, check your emails. All right. I'll check my email. He wanted to bring it up. Okay. All right. We'll talk about it. So there we go. Paul Castillo, he says, Victor Morel, I hope you're right, sir, because it's frustrating. But those 2 projects, last time I checked, they are not posting any updates. There you go, Paul Castillo. There must be a reason why neither, because I could have sworn neither was posting any updates as well. That means there's something going on, right? Every project would post updates if nothing was going on. They were posting updates before. Hey, look, we're moving dirt. Hey, look, we have our pre-construction center out here with our models. That's Cruise on Land. And now, here's an update. Larimar. They're claiming they're building a model. Why? I don't know. Guys, if you're watching, just Nick say the model. Nick say. The model's not what sells. Nobody cares really about the model. People are buying the property because of what you said you're going to build. They don't care about seeing a model. A waste of time, waste of money, waste of asset. Just go build the damn thing. Model home is not going to help. In fact, that model home, Oceana has a model. In fact, I'm going to go over there tomorrow to the Oceana model. It's kind of nice. I want to go in and see what type of materials they're working with. It's kind of nice. We'll see. You guys will see. All right. But yeah, I'm not They're not posting. There's a problem. Good point. You're losing on potential rental income. You can also argue that the property appreciation is great, but only if you sell it. Exactly. If you aren't selling, it doesn't mean anything. Exactly. That's the whole thing. It's like everybody bought the pre-construction unless they're trying to flip it, which some people probably will. But the fact is, most people are like, nah, man, I'm either going to live there or I'm going to rent it out, or they have plans. So nobody really cares if you bought something for 300,000, it's worth 2 million. You're just going to go, oh, I have an option to sell it. But if you really have a plan for it, you're not going to care. That's why it's annoying when they always throw in the, oh, while you're waiting, it's went up 200,000. And you're like, okay, nice, but I'm still waiting. Who cares? I can't do anything one way or another. It's not even worth entertaining how much it's worth. Because I, firstly, if I wanted to, can't sell it. Secondly, I'm making no revenue. So either way, it's irrelevant. But it's always a good talking point because they know a lot of people like to hear your property went up. That's only appeasing you, ladies and gentlemen. That's not solution. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with that icon next to his name, and I humbly appreciate it. And he brings his tagline, hello, SSN family. Hello to you, ABMM. That's one of the mottos. Always be making money. And because we're out here helping you, ladies and gentlemen, we also have Curtis Davis out here in this YouTube street helping people with financial news and updates and information to help you invest better. Go to Chili Davis with 2 L's, Chilly Davis. That's what you do. Chilly, Chili Davis. Go smash the like buttons. Subscribe to his channel. Tell him what's up. Hit that you're part of the SSN Nation now. And what does that mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. That means this is no qualifying. It's the guru zone, the no guru zone. What does that mean? That means we're not out here trying to sell you courses. We're not out here trying to get you into a webinar. We're not out here doing none of that. We're giving you free information, ladies and gentlemen, that you can utilize now, not through osmosis, not through some book, not through somebody standing on stage telling you you can do it. No, you have to do it. We tell you where to go, how to do it. We're not sitting there stopping you by taking $5,000 from you. That $5,000 could be valuable. That could be a down payment. Hell, you could be in business with $5,000 that these people give people. 10,000 people are giving to these guys. Man, once again, Mr. Financial is Curtis Davis in this YouTube street, and his own YouTube street, he's known as Chili Davis with 2 L's. Go show some love, please. We got to show support out here. All right. Has everyone here paid the 50% of the price already? Or am I the only one here? No, you're not the only one. There's projects that we have people here from 2020, 2021. They've paid 50 or 60. Remember, some people paid 60. And if you're with no vol, woo, you paid 80% because they're on a 20-60-20 plan. 20% down, 60% during delivery in 2.5 years. And then 5 years later, they've got 80% of your money in 2.5 years. And 5 years later, it still ain't done. La Reserva, Ocean Bay. This is ridiculous. Oceana. Oceana's going to be late as well. Everybody's paid 80%. It ain't done. And in fact, Oceana is probably not going to be done for another, the way it looks right now, probably another year. So sorry, you guys, you're going to be 2 years late. What can I tell you? All right. That's all I can tell you. Or am I the only one here? Do you guys send the payments directly to them or to some kind of escrow? Well, I don't really know how to call it. I send it directly to the bank account they gave me. So I don't know if that's an escrow. I don't think it's an escrow. I think it's directly to them. Let's see. Laverne Penix, Eric, the wave haven't even started on the condos yet. I've already paid 50%. Yeah, I know. Because they were supposed to deliver already. That's what I was saying. Victor, a lot of people have because they we have like 50 people. all 50 who own in the DR, their properties have been delayed. So they've all put in 50% because all the properties are delayed. Well, not all. I mean, they've all been delayed. So if they're still delayed, they've already put down 50 or 60%. Because remember, some people paid 60% ultimately, 10% down, 50% during construction, or 20% down, 40% during construction. But Noval, 20% down, 60% during construction. And they're 2 years late after. 3 years late, 80%. 3 years late, 2 years late. Oceana is going to be late. It's already late. And from what I see is that they haven't finished the outside. They're still, so I don't know. Blue Marina. Oh my God. They're not even, I don't even know what to call that. They have 6 floors built, but that's been over a year. And they just started putting some wood in there. So that's going to be like 2 years late. 3 years late or 4 years late. Blue Marina. So everybody who owns it, all these properties, except for Maple Beach, which is ironic. Maple Beach was a little late, but still, Maple Beach was delivered within a year late. But that's the best case scenario so far. So we'll find out. We will find out. E. White, welcome to the SSN Nation. Wealthy Wednesday night live stream with the icon next to his name. Another serious investor is here. Ladies and gentlemen, has just arrived. If you can't get in the chat room, there's a reason. On Wednesday night, only members with the icon like E. White could be in the house and in the chat room. Everybody can watch. Everybody can share the videos. Eric is standing on business this Wednesday night. Exactly. That's what we have to do, E. White. We can't succumb because they hate us. You can't succumb because people are calling around. Oh, he's talking bad about the DR. No, you got to get better. That's the reason I'm talking. You have to just get better. That's all. Power to the people, man. Freedom fighters. That's what you have to do. You took people's money. You gave us the big dream. Now you have to just come with something. Say, hey, man, we're sorry. We're going to do this for you because you've been losing out on money. At least. That's the least you can do. But see, you guys aren't going to do that. So therefore, quit whining, finish your projects on time, and do the right thing. Don't steal people's properties. That happens too. Don't have crap blow up and don't give a damn about a person losing their wife and not helping the family afterward. A guy that has third-degree burns over 3/4 of his body. His son has burns. His wife dies. You can't call him up and say, hey, here's some compensation. You can't call up and say, hey, let's get his hospital bills taken care of. You don't give a damn. And you expect me to sit here and say, oh, all's good? All ain't good. It ain't good because reputation matters. And I've been talking about DR and you in a good light. And this is what you do. In a good light, you do effed up stuff. So you don't think I'm going to say the bad stuff you do now? Oh, you think I'm a rah-rah, shish-kumbah type of guy. Clearly, you haven't been watching the channel long. Don't work like that. But don't worry. I'm still in the DR. You guys can come see me anytime. I'm going to be at the Vista Cana Business Center tomorrow, 1 o'clock. What are you going to say to me, though? Nothing. You're late. And you don't give a damn. And you're over crying to my attorney. You know what? Johan's not the only person that said something to me. Another builder who I was trying to do business with, he says he went to the Vista Cana Business Center. He says he heard some other people talking. The guy you're going to go see talk bad about the DR. So I shouldn't do business with you. And you know what? I might not want to do business with you. I said, okay, are you one of the people that's the problem? Let me know. Because we wouldn't be doing business anyhow if you're one of the people that's a problem. Please speak up. I want to hear. Are you one of the people that's taking people's money and then not delivering for another 2 or 3 years later? Because if that's you, and if it ain't you, then F the fuck up. Okay. Sorry for the outburst. But again, these people out here, I don't know what the hell they're smoking. They're acting like it's all good scamming people. That's what they're acting like. They're like, we're not the problem, you are. I'm like, because I'm just telling people not to get caught up in your game. How am I the problem? You're the problem. Maybe deliver on time. Then we won't have a problem. Nobody will. In fact, you'd sell more units, by the way. People would love you more. They wouldn't be telling their family members and friends, don't invest in the DR. You're about to get screwed. You getting a story yet? 50, 60, 70,000 people getting screwed. You don't think that's going to eventually catch up to you as an industry? Come on now. Once people see how all these projects are being delayed for years, this will make future investors think twice about investing in DR. It's already happening, Paul Castillo. It's already happening. That's the problem. These clowns don't realize it. I have my ear to the ground. These guys don't realize people contact me because my videos at one time was very popular with people hearing good news, good projects. And then 2 years later, after they invested, now they're telling me my family told me I was dumb. My family won't even invest. They were getting ready to, but now they see I've been waiting 2.5 years. I can't even call the office. I can't get any updates. Just what we're talking about right now. The inherent dangers, like Paul Castillo, myself, nobody. We can't just get updates randomly. We have to jump through hoops to get updates for property that we invested in. But anyhow, Punta Cana investing strategies, are these still good deals? Well, see, herein lies the problem. We gave a little sidetrack for why people are having issues. Now you have to go with, who are these developers? What have they done? What's their track record? What's happening? Now you have a track record, 4 and 5 years, which also is a hindrance, because if you have I have a project appointment at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Here's what's going to happen tomorrow. I already have the contract. The contract already says we can increase the price due to, the materials increasing. We already know that's in there. I want to see what else is in there, but that's just good enough. But is there a cap? I don't know. I haven't read the contract. But I'm going tomorrow to an office, and my first question is, who's the developer? What have you been doing? I'm like, this is crazy. But here's the thing. I'm going to give people good news. This project is actually a second phase that they're going to call luxury. We're going to see how luxury it is, right? They have already started building. Their delivery date is next year. They've already started building. So I'm actually going to go see what they've done so I can determine if next year delivery date is a reality. I won't tell you the project just yet because I did have a guy on. The video is no longer up because I erased all the videos. That may be why they're all mad too. I erased all the Punta Cana videos except for the one where I said bad things so they can call my attorney and call up some realtors that I know and all this other BS that's been on the channel, right? So all these guys are whining, and what can I say? We tell the truth up in here. We don't sit there and we have 50 people who invested in the DR. Out of 50 people, only like 5 people have their properties delivered. And out of those 5, 2 people have their properties delivered with the asterisk. We don't have title. It may take us a few months to get title. I'm like, so what does delivery mean? Delivery means with title. Delivery doesn't mean just because you built the place. You can't buy it without a title. How crazy is this? So what have they been doing for 3 or 4 years not to have a title? Seriously. Nonetheless, this is why tomorrow we have to start asking questions. Who is this SRL? Who is this company? I want a track record. Let me see. Where's the previous projects you built? I need to go talk to some people that live there. I want to hear what they have to say. I'm not listening to these developers anymore. I'm going to actually go to the track record. And they're not hard to find because they need brokers, they need realtors, they need people to actually smooth the product. So people are going to have the videos from 1, 2, or 3 years ago, or 4, or 5. And so we're going to find out who you are, what you've been doing, And if it's one of these, we've been waiting 5 years nonsense or 4 years nonsense, then we can't do business. Simple as that. And that damn near is going to be 99% of everybody. Can't do business. Or shall I say, we can do business, but I'm not going to be promoting your stuff. Let's just call it what it is. So that means we're not doing business. So speaking of business, E. White, that's what we have to do, man. There's a lot of sellouts around here. As long as they can make money, they don't make money from the people. They don't really care the fallout. They just want the money and they'll figure it out later. That's not how I see it. Once people see how all these projects have been delayed for years, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's actually what's happening. So when we start talking about return to Punta Cana investing strategies, one of them is you really need to vet these developers now. It's no longer that you can go by, oh, the guy built something on time this one time, or, well, I don't know who would have done that, but let's say there's one that did it on one time. But that's the point. One time out of how many times? 7, 8? That's what we're talking about here. Because like I said, I mentioned one developer that had a sterling reputation of delivering exactly what the product looks like on time, and that just blew up in the last 2 to 3 years. They're like way behind on damn near all of their projects, not damn near, all of them, they're behind. So their reputation 2020, 2018, 2019 has been tore up. And unfortunately, just what we're talking about, I'll say it again. These guys, this particular company, they are big and huge in the market all over the island. They have, I would guess they would have millions of customers. Those millions are telling other people, hey, back up. We've been waiting 5 years. We've been waiting 4 years. I mean, when you have a million people being able to talk to friends and family, coworkers, it exponentially, now you're talking to 5 million to 10 million people. And that's what these guys don't realize. So when I'm trying to give you criticism and say, hey, we got to do better, you should be saying, hey, you're damn right. We better be doing better because you're effing up the program. Again, you had a beautiful thing here. All you had to do was deliver. You would have had an endless supply of incoming customers without any problem. Now you have this situation where it went like this and it goes like that. Now you got to work a little harder. So it's a shame. It's a travesty. I personally have friends and family that wants to invest in DR, but they're hesitant about it because of all these delays. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're the perfect example. Those 2 or 3 family members that say don't invest or find out, they're telling 2 or 3 or 4 other people. Remember, DR is a hotspot. People are coming here to visit, and then they're finding out, hey, there's stuff I can buy here. And then they're going to go talk to a few people. Generally, a few people now have invested in the DR because of how inundated and cheap the property was. That at one time, there's millions of people that own property and now back home around the world. It's not good if you're paying attention out there. You guys that's building things, it's just not good. Come on, get with the program. I've told the story before. Curtis Davis, developers are making good money in DR. Yeah, exactly. They are. So that's what's so maddening about this. This is crazy stuff. All right. And I'm going to give you guys, I've told this story before, and I'm going to say it again because this is exactly the same type of thing. I told this, and I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to give a short version, not the 10-minute version. I'm going to try to get this to 3 minutes. I go to the West-East music company that they're putting together. They're trying to do it the old-fashioned way, which is, they got artists that can sing but can't write, don't play instruments. So they need people that can write songs. So I have the guys that wrote 2,000 plus songs, and they don't play instruments and they can sing a little, but not real, nobody's going to sign them for singing. So that's why East West wanted them, so they can write for their groups that they had that couldn't write. So when they said they weren't going to pay my guys, let's go. There was nothing to talk about. Arguments ensued. Be with the team. Come on, man. We're trying to dude, are you serious right now? Seriously? You're not going to pay them for the songs. You're a label, so you're probably going to try to get in on some publishing. And you're not going to compensate them up front for nothing. That's right. No, not happening. So we adjourn. A guy comes up to me, otherwise known, I know his name now, it's Puckett, but GQJ is what he was known by to me. So he comes up to me. I like what you were talking about. I like how you stood up to these guys and said, no, you're not getting this freebie stuff and all that. I have an artist that is being played on the radio in LA, Southern California, Chi-Town, San Francisco, all over the place. And I said, okay, that's nice. A lot of artists are getting played, and that generally means they can get a distribution deal. He's like, really? You think so? I said, yeah, man, you can get a distribution deal. But then he said the magic word. He was announced in Source magazine as an up-and-coming artist. I said, come on, man, you're lying. This can't be happening. What do you mean he doesn't have a record deal? What's happening? He goes, man, he had to leave and whatever story I can't fully remember. But the fact of the matter is, I said, okay, no problem. I'm a business guy. So I'm going to go call just to verify some things, and I'm going to call the Source magazine because they did an article. So that means you have a way where you can actually send them to something else later. Or I got to go call. So I literally drive to downtown LA, pick up the payphone that you'll see in movies made between about 1980 to 2000, where there's a newsstand that's literally downtown in Hollywood. I pick up the payphone, I go through the yellow pages, and I go through the distributions, and I call up the distributors and say, hey, this guy's being played on the radio in these cities. First guy says no. Second guy says no. Third guy says, are you kidding me? He's being played on the radio. We'll distribute. We'll give him a distribution deal. I said, bingo. So I get their phone number, and it happened to be Universal, unbelievably, which is now Universal is big time in music, right? But at the time, they were just a startup, so to speak. So anyhow, now, next call, Source magazine. Just what's happened to the DR is the same thing. Because that nothing happened, because the guy had to leave to go overseas, so therefore he couldn't do the music thing, but they had the demo, they had everything. The guys, I call up Source magazine, and I said, hey, did you guys do this thing on Drake Bake? You guys know I have a video about it. Drake Bake, and they're like, yeah, hold on. Let me get the guy that wrote it up and wrote the article about it. He's an up-and-coming artist. Responsible probably for it being played on the radio in so many cities too, because Source magazine used to be the standard. If they said you were hot, everybody's playing you, right? So instead of the guy saying, hello, how's it going? He starts off, what the hell you been doing, man? I wrote up about you, gave you nothing but great reviews, and you're effing up. Where's the remix? You didn't send me no remix? What the hell's going on, you sorry ass mother? Dude was going off. I'm like, hold on, man. Hold on. I'm not those guys. I just showed up, and I just found out about what you did, and they're being played on the radio. He goes, that's right, man. It's disgusting. They're disrespecting us. They should have sent me something, and the least they can do. I said, hey, I just showed up. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to send you the remix. They're going to send you everything that you want. All right. And so then I just want to see if you like what's coming, you're going to write about them. They go, well, hurry up, damn it. I'm like, all right, man. I hang up the phone. I say exactly what I told you to GQJ. I call him up and said, dude, you're still live. You're in, but I'm not in the music business. So here's the contact information at Universal. Here's the guys. They said they'll do a distribution deal as long as they can verify it's being played on the radio. And one problem, you need to call the dude at Source and send the freaking remix, because he's actually going to give you another article to help boost up the record deal. And I gave him the stuff and drove off. This is the same thing that happens whenever you're in business. If you get some good traction, the worst thing you can do is F up by not actually completing the assignment, because you have everybody's eyes and ears paying attention when they say you're up and coming. Dominican Republic, up and coming. St. Martin now all of a sudden has got some hot spots there. St. Martin, up and coming now. People know about Costa Rica. They know about Belize. People know about Ecuador. They know about all these hot spots, Thailand, Vietnam, all this, Mexico for years. But you F around and find out when you don't produce what you're supposed to be producing. I'm sitting here talking about return to Punta Cana investing strategies, which is the simplest of all. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. You can buy properties inside Vista Cana that has 2 man-made beaches. A shopping center is going to be in there. You have a equestrian center, golf, 9-hole executive golf course. You have restaurants. You have bars, fishing lake, catch and release, walking trails, biking trails, sports complex with rock climbing, skateboard park, basketball, soccer fields, pickleball, tennis courts, all in one location. And you're going to F it up by screwing people over. I mean, this is beyond unbelievable to me. Beyond unbelievable. Beyond. All right. Hey, Eric, Sue Zorman decided to drop homeowners insurance after an outrageous $28,000 for a 2,100 square foot condo. Brian P. Congratulations once again. Monday, I wrote the video, said it, protect your assets. Danger is ahead, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, a condo is not really an asset unless you don't live there and are making money on it. Because if you live in it, this is what's going to happen. What you see on the screen. We talked about this 6, 7, 8, 9 a year ago. The insurance prices were already going up in Florida, going up in Tennessee, going up in everywhere. Texas, California, Arizona. It does not matter. Nobody's going to be immune. We knew this was coming, and you still decided to just go, I'm just going to buy a house or a condo in one of these zones that they're going to do this kind of outrageous stuff for you. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people are going to do. Sue Zorman actually has money. She could have stayed there or kept paying it. But what about those people who are not Sue Zorman type, ordinary citizens, and they get a bill talking about $20,000 per annum for your insurance? Something you can't control. Insurance, taxes, credit, all these things you cannot control, and they're only going to get worse. So sadly, this is expected. This is going to continue to go. This is why you need to get assets that pay you to offset craziness that you have no control over, because all of us are going to be inundated with it. And that's why we were talking on Monday about offshore. Put yourself in a different position offshore, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, don't get it twisted. Even in the DR, you got to pay 20-some% taxes. I'm just saying, it's not like you're still going to have to pay tax of a high amount. But at least you have control over a smaller price point. Eric, TSLY has been a bummer ever since they did the reverse split. Paul Castillo, well, there's only 2 options. You either have to say, throw in your chips, or you have to, okay, first we'll get into that. Or you do what you do with investing. You buy while it's low. You're going to have to take your pick. It's based on Tesla. So if Tesla loses half of its price, what's going to happen? That means TSLY has to go down. So if you believe in Tesla, then that means you should be buying more at this blood is in the street level. It's that simple. That's all I can tell you about that. If you believe, then you do what you got to do. If you don't, then it's time to get out. Brian P. apparently got out. He says he got out because of family matters. So we will see. Okay. Wow. Vietnam. Brian P's on top of all the financial news. Vietnam about to spend a boatload of money on NVIDIA chips, $200 million in AI factory using NVIDIA chips. Wow. My goodness. FPT Plans, Vietnam's top tech firm. F is in Frank, P is in Paul, T is in Tom for everybody on podcast. Plans to build a 200 million artificial intelligence factory in NVIDIA's graphic chip. 333. Well, damn, that's a lot of money. That's all I can say. Eric, analysis. New York CB faces tough choices on CRE loans, balance sheet diversification. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to tell anybody. This news that you're seeing lately was already in stone. It's already going to happen. I talked about this 5-6 years back. If you think you can predict the future, the only thing that I'm going to tell you is, unless you only have to say one thing. Everything that you know is going to get worse from the institutions of finance, banking, insurance. It's going to cost you. So if you know that, and you also know the cost of living has to go up because it's a capitalist society, that means you're a third world country and you don't know it yet. That also means it's just a matter of time that there'll be an implosion. 1930, 1932, 33, and all that was not 100 years ago. So they've been able to change and sustain the system as it is for the last 90 years. But unfortunately, it's coming to an end because all paper money goes to zero. See, this is history that they don't teach you. All paper money goes to zero. So therefore, an inflationary situation with a deflationary currency, those two worlds collide eventually. And unfortunately, that turns into the rich get to stay rich and everybody else surviving. So you're going to have to get assets offshore to protect yourself. And what does that have to do with Punta Cana investing strategies? That is part of it. Dominican Republic's offshore. Offshore of America, offshore of the UE, offshore of South and Central America, Mexico, offshore from Asia, offshore. I don't care where you're getting property and assets, but you're going to have to be offshore. America is not what it looks like. All right? There's so much behind the curtain and dirt behind the curtain that makes it look like what it's looking. It's like Wizard of Oz. You're going to have to grapple with it. Susie Orman, she's grappling with what you guys already knew 2 years ago. We told you insurances are going to go up. There's no way around it. It's going to continue to happen. Don't think this is a one-off. The reason why, it's very simple. We're talking about investing in properties in Punta Cana. The value of the property goes up. That means the replacement cost goes up. So you're happy sitting out here going, I bought a $500,000 house. It's worth $1 million, $1.2 million, $1.3 million. But in order to insure that $1.2 million house, replacement wise, something happens on a $1.2 million house, and let's just say the corner of your house caught on fire or whatever. That replacement cost is a few $100,000, a third or a fourth of the value of the house. But yet they've only collected $50,000 of premium from you. That's the problem. So all these prices for insurance is no surprise. It's going to be astronomical. They need that type of pricing, 10,000, 20,000, 15,000 annual returns or annual insurance premiums. So once again, that's why you need the Punta Cana investing strategies. What does that mean? That means if you want to start a business, you should be starting a business in a hot spot that you know you didn't have to pay the cost of acquisition, because again, they're doing all-time records for tourist visitors. That doesn't mean they're investors. That could just mean they're all beachgoers or they're for museums. You never know. Visiting family, you never know. But the fact of the matter is, from a business standpoint, the more people that come, that means the more people that's going to frequent your business without you having to pay. Now, location matters in business as it does any regular real estate purchase. So these strategies of pre-construction is the one that gets everybody on the level playing field. If you have bad credit, that doesn't stop you. At least you can fix your credit up over the next 2 to 2.5 years, right? That won't stop you. Or 3 years in some cases, or 4 years in some cases. So the strategy of doing that is great, but now you have a second strategy. Because it's so inexpensive to start a business in the DR, now you just have to figure, okay, what is going to happen that I can run the wave on? What I'm trying to say is, think about, if you know that they're going to build resort properties, shouldn't you think, well, maybe it's a business that I can cater to, that they're going to have to order something from me? If we're talking about hundreds of thousands of rooms being built, we're talking about something that goes along with building structures, rebar, blocks, cement. I mean, all of that comes into play. Furniture. You would want to be in that business. Your phone's going to be ringing all the time. You didn't have to go looking for it. So this is why I wanted to be in the block business. Guy says, hey, you know what? I build a project. In fact, $300,000 when I get my project, probably 6-7 months from now. Already a built-in order, 300,000 blocks. Now, what's the profit going to be? Not much. 30 grand, 40 grand, still a lot. So that is going to be very interesting. So, and you have to understand, there's going to be more building going on. So anything that has to do with tourism, building, business-wise, you have an opportunity here, because it's just nothing but more people coming. And I've learned something since I've been here, speaking of Punta Cana investing strategies, putting together music festival, which, by the way, if I haven't talked about that yet, check this out. Check this out. We got something, a video for you, a short clip. Check it out. Here we go. See you there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Lifestyle Music Festival, May 9th through the 12th, 16th through the 19th at Batu, downtown by the Caribbean Lake Park. New tickets are coming up because the new deal. Yeah, we have more deals. $49 for all ticket holders. All people who have bought a ticket to the Punta Cana Music Festival for $49, you get to use the whole park. The only thing you're not going to get, you go water skiing, you can do that. You want to go with the tubing, you can do that. You want to go rock climbing, you can do that. What? The only thing you can't do is the flyboard. That includes the wakeboard. That includes everything at the park for $49. Depending on what time of year, that's a $129 to $99 value. $49. That's it. All day. And that's daily. If you're a Punta Cana ticket holder, $49 for the use. They have 60 lockers in the back. What I mean is, if you bring your bathing suits and things like whatever you want to bring, and you're wearing clothes to the concert, because the concert part is 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. and then 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if your plan is to be there and then hang out at the beach, because they have a beach area too, they have some pools there, they have bars and restaurant and food there. So for $49, You can be at the concert, put your clothes in the locker, put your swim items in the locker, go to the concert. After the concert, between 2:30, 3 o'clock until 6:30, 7 o'clock, you could be using the lake. And then afterwards, we got to talk about Moroka, right? Which is the nightclub there, the hottest nightclub. So that is also now going to be added as part of, it's not a ticket package. You can buy it from me at $49. They're going to add it to the Batu ticket counter, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get it unless you can verify you have a ticket. So either way, you have to be in the system one way or another, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going down. Smooth jazz, R&B, Latin, Dominican music. You saw some of the artists. Angelica Vivas, Sean Rayford and Friends, Fred. Oh yeah, we have some more people coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be off the charts. All right. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to wrap this up because actually the Punta Cana investing strategies, we haven't talked about that too much because I've been talking about a bitch session because these guys irritate me. Every time I keep thinking about it, it's irritating. But nonetheless, federal regulators said Tuesday that samples of pasteurized milk from around the country had tested positive for inactive remnants of the bird flu virus that has been affecting dairy cows. Okay. Listen, this is a, what do you call that? PSA? All mammals who drink milk only drink milk when they are small babies. Human beings are the only ones ignorant enough to keep drinking milk. You need to terminate that. Forget milk does a body good. Forget milk does the bones good. Forget all that. All right? Actually study milk is like a mucus. Milk is a problem. Just saying. All right? It's a problem and you shouldn't be drinking it anyhow. Once you got past 1-2 years old, you were done. All right? You shouldn't be. We're the only people doing this. The only mammal doing this. All the rest, nobody does that. And they've survived centuries, right? So keep that in mind. Yeah, that's unfortunate though. This is what we're talking about. Again, you live in a third world country and you don't know it yet. That's why you should be over in Punta Cana investing. Now, hey guys, developers, are you happy? I mean, you should be investing. But again, make sure you have an attorney read over your contracts. Go to Johan Confidante or Glenme Hatchie Cuevas and Associates, my attorneys. Go see them. Let them know you're from SSN Nation so you don't get charged an arm and a leg. They're big time. All right? Speaking of that big time, they're big time. In fact, Glenme Hatchie Cuevas is going to be speaking twice. She's going to, at May 13th, we're going to be at the offices of Glenme Hatchie Cuevas. There's when you're going to be able to answer your question. That's 11 a.m. May 13th. Now, everybody who's coming, I can only give a suggestion. You will have the itinerary, but if you're coming and you stay in Los Corrales, El Cordecito, there is a car wash across from La Bruja, and we're going to meet there at 10 a.m. So you'll have a ride, 10 a.m. And at 10:05, we're leaving. Glenme Hatchie Cuevas' office is downtown, not downtown Punta Cana. It's Punta Cana Village, which is right by the airport. It's a long way. So if you miss the ride, you're going to have to take Uber. It's at the Aqua Business Center. That's where my office is. Hint. Shared office, I should say. And also, if you miss it, then you're going to have to get your own ride, like I was saying. All right? So it's that simple. Now, let's get to Johan Confidante. If you're going to do a business, such as start a business, SRL, then you should use Glenme Hatchie Cuevas. Let her know you're from SSN Nation, ladies and gentlemen. All right? If anybody has purchased from Larimar, and you need an attorney, make sure you go to Glenny Hachi-Cuevas, because if you've done business with Larimar, they're master brokers for Larimar, so that means that's a good thing too. But either way, SSN Nation does it on its own. I put in the chat room, let's see, some places it didn't work. You see Johan's number, you see Glenny's. Okay, both of them did come through. Johan, real estate, immigration, few other things. SRL, LLC, corporations, that's Glenny. And immigration and everything else. Superstars, ladies and gentlemen, they're in our house. So I'm going to give people 2 notices. She's going to also be at the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival, 2 p.m. May 9th. We're going to have a real estate offerings. Vivantia Homes. I just got announced. Remember, I talked about 3 projects? Guess what? They just signed something else. There's a 4th. They're coming in, bringing a representative. They told me today, because I said, hey, I'm having a thing at 2 p.m. It's open to everybody in Punta Cana and around the world. If you're in Punta Cana May 9th, you don't have to be part of the music festival. At 2 p.m., you can come learn about 4 new projects. And actually, it'll be 6 by the time May 9th comes around, because I'm going to be talking about another project besides theirs. And you can invest, because I am a broker for Vivantia, and I'm a broker for the new project that I'm talking about, that we're going to be talking about there. So 2 p.m. to who knows how long that could be. But Glenny Hachi-Cuevas is going to be there to talk about lawyer talk and talk about real estate or whatever you want to ask. She'll be there. So twice you'll have an opportunity. Open to the general public. Free advice. What can I tell you, man? Damn. Got to put you guys in position to win, right? How else? You don't have to pay for courses. You don't have to pay for nothing. You got to pay to show up, maybe. But hey, that's on you. At least you didn't have to pay any type of $500, $250, $1,000 just to find out. You're going to be able to ask questions right now. How much is that worth? George's Charles was there taking up an hour asking about stuff last time, just by himself. It was crazy, but good, right? Look who else has showed up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. Mo Better with the icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says his tagline, what's up, E? You know, man, we out here slaying dragons. What's up, SSN family? Taking names, taking no prisoners. SSN Nation takeover. In effect, it's being consummation of a lot of deals right now. And I'm about to blow up some other facets of this island in a good way. We coming. That's all I can keep saying. We coming. All right, Eric, you mentioned something about a nightclub. Yeah, Maroka. Over at Caribbean Lake Park, starts at 11 p.m. and is open till 5, 6 in the morning. That's right. Maroka at Caribbean Lake Park. It's happening. Here we go. Tell Glimmy I'm coming. I didn't say nothing, man. I didn't say nothing. I'm not even going to involve myself with talking to her about you, Mo. You're going to get us in trouble out here. You know, it's SSN Nation business, and he's going to get us in trouble out here. That's what I'm talking about. Mo Better. E, you definitely out there slaying dragons. You got that right, man. I got this facet of part of the island don't want to work with me because I talk to the real talk out here. Because they effing up, and I'm mad about them effing up, and they're mad at me because I'm talking about them effing up. And so they don't want to do business with me because people are like, I talk bad about it. Mo, they're whining out here. He talked bad about me. you can, let me call Johan Confidante and tell him. Come on, man. You guys are so weak. It's pathetic. That's why Takeover 2024 is coming. It's coming. Oh, my God. These guys are killing me out here. So anyhow, one way or another, music festival first. real estate during the music festival, during the interludes. Remember, May 9th, 2 p.m. till whatever, we're talking real estate. It's open to the general public. Just saying. You'll have a chance to go back to the offices and talk to these people for the next few hours because the concert in the evening time starts at 7 p.m. Unless you're VIP and you have tables or a VIP ticket, it can start earlier because there's a special thing with VIP. It doesn't start till 7 p.m., right? The music. But we have a deal in place that you also receive, let's call it well drinks in America, as they call it, their national bar drinks, starting at 6 p.m. for 2 hours, 6 to 8. You got free drinks. National bar drinks, that is, well drinks. It's not going to be premium liquor. It's whatever the well drinks are, well liquor. But nonetheless, 2 hours, VIP only. General admission, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. VIP is always VIP. They get special treatment, right? So you might want to be there at 6, but this meeting could go from 2 to 6, quite frankly. I'm going to be talking. The guys from Vivantia is going to be talking about their projects, the new one even, that I just found out about today. It's going to be off the charts. And then I might bring, I already know I can't bring the developer because she doesn't speak English. Crazy, right? They only speak Spanish. So that's why I have to have an interpreter tomorrow. And by the way, since I was telling you that I'm already a broker for Vivantia, my 1 p.m. meeting tomorrow, I'm probably going to be a broker for another project. And with a broker, I need employees, or shall I say co-workers, because I need realtors or not to be able to go out and market some of the projects. Yes, I will give a percentage. And yes, we have a little team. We have a small few people. So if somebody says, hey, Eric, when I talk on Friday about one of the projects, and I say, I want to get involved with this, great. You're going to go down to the DR. You're going to go, Eric, are you there? No, I'm not there. But I got the teammate. They're there. They can take you to the office. They can show you around, go to the property. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We actually are going to do the damn thing from a broker standpoint. That means I have people underneath me that's going to be selling property. And of course, being the head dog, they get a split or I get a split, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, it's going down. So when you start thinking about the formulation of a master plan, instead of going from the top down, which I was trying to go from the top down, unfortunately, no funding has come in. In fact, no funding has come in. 4 months. The good old days used to be relatively simple. All the contacts, him and Han, they're like, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gotten any messages, so that's not good. But anyhow, so what do? We do a reverse. Uno reverso. So I say, no worries. I'll go from the bottom up. And they're just like, who is this guy? He's a free agent. So I can work with anybody as long as the contract says I'm a free agent. So now we're going with broker number 2. And by Friday, it might be a deal for a partnership kind of with free agent status. That would be 3. And that also means 3 offices, 3 places that I don't have to be there. People are already in place. Go to the office. They help you under my broker, Ridge. Okay, you guys getting the picture yet? So now let's go. Let's go one step further. You want to invest? So I'm making blocks that all the developers need. I'm making cheap ass homes that everybody on the island needs and investors will need as well. So it's a win-win. $29,000, $59,000, 1 bedroom, 50 square meters, a 2 bedroom at about 75 square meters, 20 by 25, 20 by 35, built in a month. Woohoo! Those are the manufactured, stamped, and they're made of not wood. They're made of concrete. Talk about turnover. Talk about paper. You want to talk about investing strategies? Well, I'm about to give somebody some. Anybody, well, almost anybody can do it, but one person will do it. So let's just get to that. Now I'm making prefab homes, right? They're going to withstand 150 mile per hour winds, no problem. Just so you know, it's not like a mobile home or nothing crazy. It's a real brick house, block house, I'll say. So here's what we do. I told this already on Money Making Monday, so we might as well get into the Wealthy Wednesday. You want derivatives, ladies and gentlemen. This is why when I'm talking to the partner of Avantia Homes and Caribbean Lake Park, and they implemented a silver membership that they're going to charge $800 a year, I was like, you like derivatives too. You're my man. Because the $800 per year on its paper, it doesn't cost them anything. They already have the park there. They just have now people paying $800 per year. Now imagine you have 1,000 people doing this. 800,000 a year and growing. Think about it. So I was like, you know, you can sell that derivative. What's the value if you got up to that 800,000 times 10 times 20? What's the multiple? I was like, that could be like $20 million off of something out of thin air just because somebody signed on the dotted line. So here's my plan. And of course, it's going to work because it makes sense. If somebody says I can't afford it, they go to the bank, can't get a loan, I carry the paper on these $29,000, $59,000 block homes. So now people just put a 10, 15, 20% down. I collect money every month. And yes, I add interest. How much is that paper worth to me? Well, if it's a $29,000 building, it's $29,000. If it's $59,000 building, it's $59,000. If we can build these in 10 days, actually, but not going to happen. We're going to do like 20 days. So all of a sudden you have one built every month and a half, let's call it 1.5 every month. But obviously we can build more than that because we put more people on staff. So now you do 5 per month. Let's just say 5. I won't go any higher. Let's say 5. And you have 3 of them are 29,000, 30,000. So that's 90. And 2 of them are 59, 60,000. So that's 120, 90. That's worth 240, 220. Oh, what is that? 210, 220, whatever the number is, doesn't really matter. But what really matters is I'm getting monthly payments coming in for everybody that I have actually gave a loan to. I've created 2 things: an asset, because assets with my paper says he sold 10 of these, 60,000 for 2 and 3 times and 9. So that's 150,000. So that's what it looks like. And then we wash, rinse, and repeat. And the next thing you know, you have $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million. Yet you got your money back already. So now if you had $2 million, you go to some bank or somebody and say, how much will you give me for this? And they say, we'll give you whatever, $1 million, 800, 900,000. Will that be good enough? Probably not, because you have 100 people paying like $500 a month. So clearly, if you have that going on and you have no liability against it because they've already paid it off, there's no loan that you had to acquire, I had to acquire. So now I'm sitting there with 100 people paying me $500 per month. I'll take that. It's free and clear. They own their home. We don't have to worry about upkeep or anything. So we'll keep taking that. So how much is that paper? On paper, we have X amount of dollars, but now we have X amount of dollars coming in, let's say $50,000 a year. So how much is it really worth? You're gonna have to tell me. 500,000? No. 5 million? Probably not either. 10 million? Probably. Can I borrow against the 10 million of paper? Yes. I'll be able to borrow because I can show them I get $50,000 a month coming in. Plus, we sold X amount of units, and here's the paper. They'll be like, the paper's worth something, and the 50,000 passive income coming in is worth something. So can I get a loan against this, please? And they're going to say yes. They're just going to go, yes, sir. You can have a loan. No problem. How much do you want? How about $1 million? They'll say, maybe, I don't know. How about 500 is what they're going to say. So all I'm saying is you'll be able to get a chunk of money for something that you don't have to worry about. It's already paid off, and you're using the paper. Easy peasy. All right. All right. And where's the second office is? I think I know who the second broker is. No, you don't. You don't know who the second one is. You don't even know who the first one is, but I'll tell you, the first one's Vivantia Homes. The Oasis Lake, Oasis Bay, boutique at Oasis Bay, and there's a new property that's coming out. And I was like, what? Okay. They're like, we're in the real estate game. I was like, nah, you're talking. Forget this Caribbean Lake stuff. Turn the Caribbean Lake stuff into a real estate thing. That's what they're doing. And where the second office is, no. Actually, I guess I should tell people something, quite frankly. The SSN Lifestyle SRL is at Imo Caribe offices. That's my address. So if you go and look up or have a way to find out SSN Lifestyle SRL in the DR, you will see the address is exactly the same as in Mo Caribe, exactly the same office space because Larimar's upstairs. We're all in the same building by our SRL, just so you know. So that's actually, if you want to call it, the first office. The second office would be Vivantia, and tomorrow should go well. So I'll have a third shared office space tomorrow where I should become a broker, sub-broker for the developer. They should enter into the agreement with me because they've heard good things about me. Just saying. Okay, got it. Yeah, so actually by rights, my first office is actually the same office that you want to visit Glennie at. Same address. Exact same address, quite frankly. So yeah, me and Gennaro are a little more hipped together than it appears. But that still won't change any criticisms. I will not erase the video that I put up, all right? Yeah, so I'll tell you where the third shared office space will be, because once you're a broker, you can have, you're going to have a person assigned to you that works at that office. So since I won't be there, then they will help people. So in other words, Eric, I'm coming to town, no problem. I'll have so-and-so, have the presentation for you and everything ready when you show up. Yes, I'm familiar with that office. Exactly. Yes. So, and then by 8 p.m., 9 p.m. tomorrow, I should have, I already have teammates with me, but they're one from each office so far. Tomorrow night, I should consummate the deal. I think it is going to happen. There's no way around it because I'm the free agent. They're a free agent. And again, I should consummate that deal where we should have something going on by 8 p.m. at night. So on Friday, I'm going to have a lot to talk about. So 8 p.m. at night, I have another meeting, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. at night. And from what I understand, that's the part I was talking about at the beginning. Unbelievably, they're sitting here on the island from the United States, opened up a business, doing it. I love it. Opened a business, and the customers that come in when they start talking real estate or whatever, that's her cost of acquisition is her business. She's utilizing her business to actually sell real estate. I was like, that's good. That's good. So she then proceeds to say the magic words that I'm telling you right now. I have a team in the United States if you got projects. But I don't want to sign a deal where I'm obligated or anything. I said, no, you're a free agent. I believe in free agency. We're just going to split whatever. And her team is in the United States. So that's why I'm going to consummate whatever deal necessary to make that happen. So now all of a sudden, we're going to be selling more. As a broker, you love selling more because you get a piece of the pie. Even though you didn't sell it, didn't have anything to do with it, the fact they're under you, you win. That's the part of being a broker. That's why you want to be a broker. So when I say going from the ground up, part of the strategies is if I'm selling blocks, if I'm making homes, and I have a sales crew that can sell my homes, now you guys paying attention, the levels, there's levels to this. And then if the guys start delivering money like they're supposed to on this stuff that I'm trying to do, the total takeover, I said it's rolling without you. Sooner or later, I'm going to call up and be like, I don't need your help no more. And that sooner or later is going to be by the end of the year. In fact, it might be sooner than that because all I need is one person. That's the team. Once I consummate that, then I need the second. And I'm working on the second one too. So by the time I leave here, whether it's Thursday, whether it's Friday, we're going to have the total pack already ready. And we have office space that's shared because I'm a sub broker underneath the actual main guys. In fact, Vivantia Homes, I'm not even a sub broker. I'm actually a broker with the developers straight off. Tomorrow's meeting, I'm going to be a broker straight up with the developers. So that should be straight up. And then one deal I could actually make, but I told you guys about that on Monday. That is actually working with Gennaro at Enmo Caribe. My office is already there, and they're making some sort of contractual thing that they want me to work underneath them as a sub broker. So that, I like being a free agent. So we'll see how it all washes. But they did not produce the contract yesterday or today. So we'll see how that all works. All right. Yep. All right. Here we go. Is this team in New York City as well? I will disclose things on Friday. And is there a referral fee paid for bringing in a buying client that purchases real estate? Yes, there is. There always is. Any project that I'm doing, you're getting 1%. It's that simple. 1%. Now, it depends on the structure when you're going to get paid. Some of these things, they're acting funky. If you put down 10%, it does not trigger commission payout until they get up to the 20% paid out. Or some is just like the down payment. If the down payment is 20%, then commission is issued in 10 to 15 days. So it all depends. Each company's different. But yes, there will be. It's 1%. That's what it's going to be. I'm just going to tell you straight up. It's 1% for any property. So we're going to have some nice Vivantia Homes situation. Their villas are 700,000, 600 and some thousand. So 1% is 6,000. So yeah, that's what we're talking about here. 1% checks for referrals. That's how we do it. We're going down, taking over. We're putting down the foundation, laying it down, expanding the tentacles, and then we're going to do up. That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. The most dangerous man on the planet. We're coming. I'm held back just slightly because we didn't get the funding for the master plan that would have just blown up the whole thing. And I'm still not going to be able to blow up the whole thing because that takes millions. But we have some other opportunity. I'm going to take that. And then we're going to make manufacturing facilities on some land. And we're off to the races. So we'll see how it all goes. All right. Now, those are some of the investing strategies that you can implement. It's not that hard. In fact, right now, there's a place over here. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I've never even walked over there. And they have this like U-shaped eating location. And I was just like, is this for, it's like, you don't even notice it. And sure enough, there was only like 6 people there, 7 people there, but they have like these little mini places. One place was sushi, one place is wings, another place is hamburgers, another place is like a Mexican joint. And they're all lined up in a U shape in a building. And that's hard to describe because I've never seen this before. And the thing is, only like 5 of the places are open. 6 of them may be open. So I don't know what it is that this thing is. It's like a little plaza, but it's not like it's an advertisement for a plaza. It's just an open U from the street, no sign. It's not like it's a special location. It should be. But that just gives you an idea of what possibilities you can do. But I don't know about the location. Even though it's a good location, I just don't think it's a good location for what they're doing. But nonetheless, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm a bit tired, so I'm sorry I couldn't get into more return to Punta Cana investing strategies. Are there still deals? Yes, there are deals. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna do this right here. Let me show you guys a little teaser. I always like showing the little teasers. Let me show some stuff. Let's show some teasers. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I don't have to show. Let me see if I can show something. Let's see. Yeah, I can. Let me see if I can open this. Let's see if I'll give it away. No, I won't give it away. I won't give it away. I won't give it away. Yes, I'm going to give it away. Yes, I'm going to give it away. Yes, I'm going to give it away. Nah, maybe not. Look at this. Look, 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 look. Oop, oop, oop. Look, 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 look. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for all you who've been waiting, 1 bedroom, 129,000. 2 bedroom, 149,000. Villa, 3 bedroom, 239,000. Inside Vista Cana, across the street from the second man-made beach. So let me repeat this. 129,000 for a 1 bedroom. 149,000 for a 2 bedroom. 239,000 for a 3 bedroom villa. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Friday. Mo, he's paying attention. He's paying attention. Mo, which is across the highway from Coco Bongo. No. That is inside Vista Cana by the second beach. It's across the street from the second man-made beach. That means people on the front row, I don't know if you can get 129, 149 on the front row that sees the water, because that would be highly valuable. And you know what? That beats Panorama Lake. Panorama Luxury. Remember their 1 bedrooms? Like 150, 160, 3 years ago. They're 2 bedrooms, and they made people put down 60, 80, 90% down or some nonsense they created. Remember theirs? Can you believe 2022 pricing across the street from the lake just came out? I haven't seen the list if the 129, 149 is on that side of the building, but if they are, welcome back me to Vista Cana. I will be back. I love, you guys know, as long as it's made luxury and as long as we have water views, bingo, we win. I know it looks like a highway. It's a 4-lane probably. It's inside Vista Cana. So we will see what it is. Yes, I saw that. It is next to Seven Palms, across the street from the second man-made beach. Exactly. You got it, Mo. You got it. You got it, Mo. You got it exactly right. Exactly right. So, let me see. Yeah. I can't show anymore. Damn it. No love. I can't show no love. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Here you go, Mo. Here you go. There you go. You guys will find out about it on Friday. You'll find out about it on Friday. All right. You'll find out about it on Friday. In fact, I have a problem. It looks like it doesn't have any amenities, though. See, that's the thing. I'm not seeing any amenities. They're talking about the amenities at Vista Cana. We don't care. I need amenities at the spot. Although across from the beach is priced right, I have to admit that. But 1 bedroom, 56 square meters. That's like 600 square meters. Nice. Beautiful. Man. The 2 bedroom, sorry. Oh, wait. They have another 1 bedroom, 71 square meters. Oh man, I got to see. I got to check this out even further. 1 bedroom plus 1 is what they're calling it, which would be like a 2 bedroom, 83 square meters. Not bad. Penthouse. There's a penthouse unit, 89 square meters. We know which one Mo's getting. The penthouse is like $259,000, by the way. More than the villa. I'm just saying. February 2026 is what they're talking about. 2 years from now. 24 payments. Oh, less than 2 years, quite frankly. But it's 15, 45, 40 is what they're asking. 15% down, 45% during construction. And I am going to show you guys. You guys don't have no idea what's going on, I know, but I got to show you something. Because you guys don't think that you guys are valuable out here. You guys are underestimating yourselves. SSN Nation, you guys have given people hopes, dreams, information that's invaluable in investing. And I want to show you something that a developer sent me. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Where's it at? This is like, here we go. Let me see if I can't show names or not. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do it like this so you guys can see it like this. Look at this. This is Oasis. So check this out. Let me see if I can come back a little bit. Here we go. Look at that. Hi, Eric. Everything is updated now in the English folder. If you have a look, you will find most information updated as you requested. See that? You guys think we just ordinary. You're not ordinary. All right? The developers are out here saying, yes, what you suggested to us, we did it. Check it out. People are listening, you guys. Everything that you guys are saying, you don't realize. Just because you may think nobody's watching, people are watching. So you are, when you're out there, SSN Nation, people know who you are. All right? They know who you are. So we're getting things done out here. We're slaying dragons, like I said, and we making moves. E White. What's up, Mo? Showing the love, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk, E White. Yep. Coming up May 13th, 14th, and 15th, the Punta Cana Investors Forum. Make sure you go to SSN Lifestyle to get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. You want to come to the party? You want to come to the SSN Lifestyle Music Festival and come to the Investors Forum? Well, here's the thing you do. You buy the tickets to the Punta Cana Music Festival first, and for $1 more, you can come to the Punta Cana Investors Forum. But if you don't want to come to the music festival, okay, then it's going to cost you $249 to come to the Punta Cana Investors Forum. 2 separate tickets, 2 separate ways. But everybody that buys a ticket to the music festival, whether it's the first weekend or the second weekend, guess what? For $49 per day, you can do $49. It'll be in the system. You got to show your wristband. You get the use of the Caribbean Lake Park all day. Everything except for the flyboard. They'll give you the boogie boards. They'll let you go on the water ski, give you the boards. You can go on the tubing. You can go on the rock climbing. You can go sit in the pool, order drinks. Obviously, drinks cost and food cost. But all of that, one day you get to use the park at $49. Usually it's $129 or $99. For us, whoever has that ticket, $49 for the Caribbean Lake Park. In fact, I believe that's what the price should have always been all along for everybody. I'm just saying. All right. We out here making moves, ladies and gentlemen. We out here making things happen. That's what we do out here. That's it. It's our time. Mo, either way, we are going to be reactive or proactive. Exactly. That's what we do. We're reactive, proactive, and making things happen. Exactly. And like I keep telling everybody, don't sleep. There's things that's collapsing around you and you may not know it, but capitalism, as you know it, has to change. But what doesn't change? Holding assets. You got to hold assets and you got to be the owner of the asset. So when somebody says that they want to be partners with you, and they control the environment, that means that that's not an asset for you. You've just relinquished your asset rights. So that's why you have to set up something like what I'm doing, where I say, okay, I have my own SRL, I can have my own people working for me, and I have free agency rights where I can be a broker for other developers. So that means I can sign up other realtors for that project or any project. So therefore, I have a built-in sales force. So when I actually decide to develop something, then I have my own sales force that can promote it. And now we've set our foundation up. Now we just have to set up the one where we take over some of the best properties or swaths of land we can build later, but then we do our thing. And now it's complete. And like I said, the block business is one of it. Now, I meant to mention Punta Cana investing strategies. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen, over here doing the music festival. Here's the funny thing that's been happening. The Batu, unbelievably, can you believe it's like one of the only places that is covered? Event center that you can do music at and other events. I was like, are you kidding me right now? And I look around and for sure, there's nothing else. There's no indoor, outdoor facility in case it rains. Either you're playing at the outdoors or you're playing indoors. That pavilion is actually about 6-7 feet off the ground is open. So you still have the breeze coming through or not, and you're inside if it rains. So it's kind of cool. But that's the only venue like that, and they're getting it for event use. And I'm like, man, I just learned something new every day. I said, if I get what I'm supposed to get, I'm going to make an event. I'm going to make a pavilion with a bar in it and a restaurant in it, make it like it's a beach club, except I'm going to make it a pavilion instead of a beach club and make it open just like this, except on the beach. So now people can rent it for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 per event. I'm going to be like, I didn't even think this. I thought there was plenty of places here in Punta Cana. And as it turns out, there's not. I said, this is a golden opportunity. So here is what else is happening. So now I have to rent a musical equipment for the artists that are coming to the island, right? I can't. This is incredible. So I'm taking for granted Punta Cana is a hot spot. So I ask all the musicians, hey, man, where do you guys rent your equipment from? What do you mean? I'm just like, okay. So then I go see some other people. And I say, hey, what about this? They go, oh, no, we don't have this here. I'm like, you guys don't have like Guitar Center or something where you people have equipment that they rent out? Or they're like, no, it's in Santo Domingo now. I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me right now. Another business opportunity rolls up. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I have the thousands. We can actually start buying equipment and be in the music event space overnight. I'm like, I'm in just disbelief. I'm really in disbelief. This would now I find out but why people are giving me quotes like this. 3 days, $30,000 to get mics, speakers. I mean, this is insane. $14,000. This is insane. Let me show you guys something. This is insane. You're gonna be like, this can't be. So now I'm thinking, not only do I want to find out about how much equipment costs, because I'm not really up to date on musical instruments and how much they cost. I know they're expensive. But I'm sitting here like I'm going to be opening up a freaking Guitar Center or something in Punta Cana because there's none. There was one in the mall. The company was from Santo Domingo, and they closed down, claiming there's not enough business, I guess, right? Well, they probably weren't at the time. Punta Cana wasn't really into the events that much. Let's get real. So unless they were there like this right now, and it's still not up and coming like it should be, but check this. This is incredible when I show you what it looks like. Let me see here if I can. Let's see. Trying to figure out where the images are. Let's see here. If I can find, I want to find, okay, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. No. 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 God dog it. I can't find it real quick. Oh, I know where I have it at. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. I want to show you guys this. Okay, look. Look. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Not here. Not yet. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Look at this. That's it. 3 mics plus 6 more mics plus front speakers plus DJ plus 2 keyboards. Can you believe that's the pricing I'm getting? Seriously. Unbelievable. And apparently this is normal. So I'm like, if I can get $14,000, $15,000 per day or 10, and all I have to do is have about $50,000 to $60,000 worth of equipment to start, and basically just what I have the setup right there, that's for most bands. That's it. Now that equipment by itself is probably going to cost, the keyboards are about $4 or $5 grand by themselves. So let's just call it 10 grand. The dual DJ, the system they want, that's also about $2,500 to $3,000. So it's going to cost about 30 grand, 40, 50 grand, because you don't just want to rent out one thing. You want to rent out multiples. So that means you need double. So we're talking about almost 70 to 100 grand. But for that money, you'll have it back in rentals within 2, 4, 6 events. I mean, that's crazy. And you can undercut all these guys, which is another thing, because people are charging a 3-day event 30 grand, 25 grand, 14 grand. The cheapest guy got was 14 grand. And so then I started thinking, well, how much does equipment cost for real? I'm like, hold on a second. How much would it cost me just to get this stuff myself and own it? And now all of a sudden, that's when the wheels start turning. Punta Cana strategies start turning in my head. I'm like, oh my God. The amount of money you're spending, you could actually acquire 2 keyboards for sure. The mics, I could have 20 mics for only a few thousand. And then the speakers themselves, those are going to be pricey. But for 30 grand, I think I can have this setup. Now, when we start talking about soundboards and things like that, that's a whole nother ball game, but I'll need that too. So now all of a sudden we might be approaching 75 grand. But nonetheless, it's worth it if these guys come and people come and they need your services. And you can rent it out and make this type of money over a weekend. Man, I'm all in. So we learn about that. So all I can say is, Eric, are you staying down there until we get there? No, I have to go back to the States. I was thinking about it since I'm here, but unfortunately, we got gear. Unless now I'm going to be talking with somebody about gear tomorrow. So I need some gear. And my guys can hook up the gear that I like because I have my, you guys know, the dry fit gear. So we have to have our dry fit gear when we're here for the SSN Nation takeover in the Punta Cana Investors Forum and for the concert series. So I need some stuff made up. So I got to go back and get it. Unless this person I'm going to talk to tomorrow can handle it here on the island for the right price. I'll find out. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let everybody know that we're here. We answer questions, except on Wednesday night. You can't get into the chat room unless you're a member of the channel. All right? That's the only reason you can't get in. Friday night at 9-10 p.m., come back. We got a lot to talk about. We'll be talking about that spot that's across the street from the second man-made beach. Is it worth 129? Is it worth 149? You tell me, is it worth 239 or 259 for a penthouse unit at that location? Or 239 for a villa that's going to be in the back? It's not going to be ocean view or townhome, whatever it's going to be. But that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about if the broker situation, how that's going. Hell, by Friday, I'll probably have some other deals going down. And that's the way things go when you're a mover and shaker and come out of retirement. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen, but that's why you need to come to the Punta Cana Music Festival, the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival, May 9th through the 12th, and then again, May 16th through the 19th. Come check it out. Get your VIP ticks and bottle service tables. There's only going to be 6 of them. Every performance, 7 p.m. to 10, you get bottle service. And your first 2 hours national drinks are on the house just for VIP. So either VIP regular or VIP with bottle service. Get your seats now. The 6 VIP bottle service tables, that's it. You can't go past 6. And it holds up to 6 people can be in your party. So that's pretty good. And the spend is going to be crazy because I'm going to tell you right now, things are escalating around here. A margarita. I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. 1,800 pesos. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I saw a margarita today. Here, I was just in shock. The reason I'm in shock is because it's no longer $5, $10. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. 1,800 DOP to USD, $30.65. Can you believe this? I'm just like, what's happening? It's no longer that nice little place that you can go hang out where things are cheap, get pesos, so things are cheap, not no more. So anyhow, just make sure you stay safe, but I want to throw this last promo out for you. Smash that like button. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. You see what's happening. And if you're a Dominican Republic citizen, those of you who hold the cedula, you can buy your tickets at Batu for the music festival. They are Dominican prices. You got to have a cedula. Show that you get Dominican prices. I have to go with the island people, right? We know the GDP there. We know how much people earn on average yearly. I take that in consideration. We're not superstars up in here. We actually help people. So therefore, you can get in for less than the cost because you're on the island and you are Dominican citizen. So keep that in mind. Tickets at the Batu Ticket Center. When you walk into Batu, they're right there. You know, so that's how you can get your tickets. Walk up. Everybody on radio is going to win some tickets. That'll be cool. So we'll see how it all goes. But make sure you stay safe out here, ladies and gentlemen. And with all that said, have a wonderful evening. I love you guys very much. I appreciate your support over all these years. And all I can say is keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.